Hi, I'm Peter PT Townend. Not only am I the first world surfing champ, but I love this sport right here in Huntington Beach. We're going to celebrate the sport, its culture, lifestyle, and the amazing surfers that came before and after me that hit the waves around the world, including here in Surf City. We're going to share the PT collection with you on Surf Scene. We're here at the International Surf Museum in Huntington Beach, and it's Duke's dream came true. A story of how Duke Kahanamoku won a gold medal and always wanted surfing to be in the Olympics, and now it is, and it's here in the museum. Let's go check it out. Where's Simba? We need Simba. I knew he'd be here. There was a shot. Well, look who I ran into from the 100th anniversary of surfing. It's Bart Genovese, and this is your board. And I want to hear the story how you got this Duke Kahanamoku board. I heard you drove somewhere.
Grandchildren get a board given to them, and then they don't know what to do with it, and then they want to put it up for sale. And I'm very happy to have bought it. I love this. I surf this, and when I take it out of here, I'm surfing it.
Do you feel like Duke Kahanamoku?
Oh, it's like a pencil. Nobody could feel like the Duke. The Duke is the Duke. What an honor. Really an honor to have this board, to show it here, to share the stoke. PT, what an incredible job.
It's the pride of your collection, I would think.
It is the number one pride. I would never release this for money. I'm riding this until the kids, my nephews and nieces, can cut it up and put it in their home. I don't know.
So we're going to go and see Bart on the 100th anniversary board. He was on the big, wood board, and he got an unreal ride. We're at the Duke's Dream exhibit here, Bob Mignogna, and you had a big part in the early days of Fernando's quest to get into the Olympics. A good 5 years?
5 years from 2010 to 2014.
So tell me a little bit about that process. I mean, I see you sent me a couple of pictures of, I think it's in Lausanne, you're there, at the headquarters of the Olympics.
I had to go to the Olympic Committee's headquarters, 5 or 6 times over the 5 years, maybe even more. Fernando did as well, and sometimes he went without me. But the process takes a long time. Fernando actually started working on it in 1994, and I joined the team in 2010 when he felt he had the wherewithal and we could come up with the finances to put together a real push to the end. And that's what we were able to do.
So Duke's dream came true. You must be proud that you had a part in it.
I had a little part in it, and I'm really proud of it, yeah.
All right, mate, we'll make you look good.
All right, thanks.
Few people in the world would have one of these, or this jersey with a bunch of autographs from the USA surf team that was in the Olympics. And this guy right here was the CEO of USA Surfing and the manager of the team that won gold. Mate, you must be proud of that and of this exhibit. Duke's dream came true.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I got home. It's a lot of work. There's no money. It's 80-hour weeks, tons of pressure. But I got home from the Olympics and my wife's like, well, was it worth it? And it's like, yeah, it really was. It was such an amazing experience, especially being the first one and to being able to chair our gold medalists up the beach. It was an amazing experience.
So you're on the beach when Carissa wins gold. How was that? You're part of the chair up the beach crew, and that must have been a magic moment.
Well, I never seek the limelight. I'm like the guy behind the scenes, the facilitator, but we had the flag ready just in case. And when it looked like it was pretty certain she was going to win the heat, it's like, Brett, you take her left side, I'll take her right side. Kevin Dean, who was our medical director, you hold the board up in front of her. We're going to funnel her into the main area there where all the cameras will be, and we're going to chair up the beach. So it was sort of a staged moment made for TV, and I never do that kind of thing. but that's the picture that's everywhere right now. So it was fun. It was an amazing experience.
Well, mate, thanks for your contribution to our first Olympic gold surfing medal.
Thanks, but you were there. He started Surfing America. He got the ISA to accept USA Surfing, or Surfing America at the time, as the national governing body. And you coached many teams, including Courtney, who's here. So you're just a big part of it as everyone along the way, and everyone really appreciates what you did as well, Pete.
Thanks, mate. So I was inside and I ran into Greg Cruz. We're here at the Duke's Dream exhibit. And of course, he was the CEO and manager of the team. You went to Tokyo and coached Carissa Moore to a gold medal, the first one for the United States. How was that experience?
It was awesome. Obviously, with COVID, there was some, the setup was a little bit different. We didn't have a huge crowd, but once that first horn went, I was like, this is for real. It was like guys were running out. The waves were there. And we're in Chiba, and all of a sudden things got going. It was a little bit of a bummer because John and Kaleigh ended up matching against each other, and they kind of bumped each other out. But on that route, we had Caroline and Carissa were just on a mission. And through the early start of the event, it was like, oh my gosh, Carissa was even saying, how am I going to beat Caroline? The waves were smaller. She was just going to town. And then all of a sudden it got big, and the landscape changed, but just the atmosphere, I just remember sitting there, and there was a lot of media there, and I was just like, man, this is surreal, and we're working together. We're getting down to the medal rounds, and, you could just feel the intensity within the athletes, and I think that was what was a little bit different to me than, obviously a tour event. Everyone's intense, but the first Olympic gold, it was just had this different feel.
Well, and also, I remember you mentioning about you're with the best athletes in the world, not just surfing, but going to the athlete zone and seeing all these human beings that are just like...
Everyone had worked their butts off to get there. They're obviously are all first-time Olympians, but we got to hang out with other Olympians, and I think that was a special part. We got to meet Kobe Bryant at his facility before he passed, and for me, that was one of the moments that I'll just remember, the intensity he brought, to just talking to us, surfers, and it was at that moment I'm like, hey, this is the real deal, and how he just described how much he put in to win gold and be the best he can be. And I think all the surfers ended up really reveling that, and now it's just even bigger and beyond. We're going into our second one in Tahiti, Paris, and then hopefully right here in LA. Wouldn't be in Huntington Beach in 28. So that moment for me is one of the biggest moments I've had in my career.
Well, it must make you proud to have an American walk up the sand to get the gold medal. Must make you proud to be an American.
Well, it was beautiful because Greg and I got to chair her up. We had masks on, but we did the right thing. We chaired her up. And then I just remember watching, they got to stand on the podium right there, and they played the national anthem. And I don't cry a lot, but that one got me a little bit teary. But it was a special moment.
So we have Tahiti, not that far away in the summer. They haven't announced the coach. Are you going or what?
I know the coaches right now. It's actually Shane Dorian and Mitchell Ross, and they're great. Shane's obviously, I got so much respect for the guy. One of the first guys to go to Tahiti, and Mitchell Ross has a great relationship with Carissa. And I think there's, for me, I just kind of took a step back, but I'm obviously big fans, and I'm going to be rooting them on. Go Team USA. I like our chances again.
We would like another gold medal, right? Well, John
and Griffin and Katie and Carissa and Caroline. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't pick a better team. I mean, yeah, I like our chances.
We'll be watching.
Yeah, for sure. Tune in.
I'm here at Duke's Dream at the Huntington Beach International Surf Museum, and I found a Duke. I found a Duke in the audience.
Oh, hey, where'd you go?
Duke Iper. Okay, you got to tell us the story. Your dad has to have named you after Duke.
He did name me after the Duke. So the Duke was my father's mentor when my dad was a competitive swimmer in middle school age. And the Duke meant everything to him. And he wanted to name his first son Duke. Well, my brother, Akila, we have different mothers, and his mother didn't like the name. So my dad got remarried, had me, and here's a Duke.
We have a real Duke in the house.
That's right, in Huntington.
Well, I found somebody else here at Duke's Dream, Kaleigh Gilchrist, and we go way back because I was her coach for surfing. But what she is famous for, she has 2 gold medals in the Olympics from water polo, and she's going for a 3rd coming up in Paris.
Yeah, I mean, it's exhausting, but totally worthwhile. We've won 2 gold medals with Team USA, and obviously I want to go out on top and win a 3rd. But yeah, PT and I go way back. He was my first USA surf team coach, and I think I was 14 years old. So
we went to Portugal.
Yeah, we went to Portugal, my first ever pro world competition, and I think I finished in 19th. Team got 4th, I want to say.
Yeah, we kind of missed out on the copper medal, right? That's the 4th place. Yeah, we didn't get it.
Yeah, we were close, but obviously a lot of history here, and PT's a legend. So I'm super stoked to be here in Duke's exhibit, and being able to bring my gold medals and share it with the surf community is awesome.
Well, I know you wanted to try and get on the surf gold medal, but that's a hard road, right, to qualify for that?
Yeah, there was a little dream there in 2016 when I won in Rio. They actually announced that surfing was going to be in the Olympics, and we heard some rumors, and I didn't know if it was true or not. So finally when they announced it, I was like, wow, like maybe that's the road I want to go. And then they kind of said how you qualify, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to be nearly impossible. Maybe I should just stick to water polo.
Well, what would it mean to you win 3? I mean, that's pretty incredible achievement.
Yeah, I think I have some pretty good perspective now, being a little bit older, and just how amazing it is to have 2 gold medals. There's, rarely anyone in the world can say that. So just going into my last Olympic Games, it would just be a dream come true to end on top. But I've already been able to reach my dreams, and being on top of the podium representing Team USA is the best feeling in the world. So definitely will work hard to do it. But if it doesn't happen, I'll be very satisfied with my career.
Well, with that said, that's the end of Duke's Dream. Her Duke's Dream came true here in Huntington Beach at the International Surf Museum. And that brings to an end another surf scene with PT. We'll be back with more. There's more of that great stuff to come, but I'm going surfing right now. There's waves out here.